Hey guys, what's up? Today I want to talk to you a little about all the different options that are in the display of the ID4 car. Now I'm going to just do it as I do it on the fly, meaning that I'm going to push all the buttons that are available, and I want to try to find out what all the different options there are in the settings in the menu. So this could be a bit boring today, I don't know, but let's just find out and see what all these different buttons do in the display. Okay, so let's find out what all the different menu options can do. The first thing you'll notice is that there are more buttons available than you can see right now. So if you scroll back, you see some more. And it is possible to actually go from left to right without touching the screen to see some more menu options. And it doesn't work if you want to scroll down, then you actually have to touch the screen. I don't know why they did it that way, but it only works from left to right and backwards. And I've noticed in the past few days that it doesn't always work correctly, so there is some room for improvement there. But let's just press some buttons. I don't know if it's going to be very boring for you today, but let's just see what happens. So I just found these are two of my favorites, my wife and my home number that I can easily and quickly call if I need to. Second button here is the recent calls that you can choose and dial if you want to dial a new number. So the buttons are quite big. If you're in the car, of course, your hand will go up and down a little, so that's nice. And there are some more settings. You can select your mobile phone that you want to connect. So that's quite easy. If you want to go back, just press this button and you will go back to the main menu. This is radio and media. I often use Spotify in my car. I have to be honest, I haven't figured out yet how to actually go into Spotify using this screen. So I'll just use my phone to select the music that I want to listen to, and then it will play. But it should be possible to enter the menu from here. Anyway, these are my favorite music stations. And these are all the radio stations available in DAB, digital, and there are really many stations, unbelievable. So I think there are a lot more available in DAB than you would normally find using an analog FM connection. So that's nice. Navigation. These are 3 recent destinations that I have entered, and so it remembers. And well, the visual is really nice. Last destinations that I went to, I haven't entered any favorites yet, but you can choose home or work as a favorite, just destinations that you will probably use a lot. This is the map of the area that I live in, and there are some navigation settings that you can choose: route guidance, well, road signs, country information, navigation announcements. Of course, you can choose, do you want the announcements to overrule your phone calls that you are doing at the moment, and you can choose the volume. Well, these are really basic settings for a navigation system. Nothing too fancy. In the navigation menu there is an option that I want to show you, and that is if you want to find a destination and you press search, there are some blue buttons here to quickly and easily find, for instance, charging points. Let's see what it does. Charging stations. So it gives an option, find a charging station nearby, and then it starts looking for charging stations, and it has to wait, sorry, no results available yet, and then after a few seconds you find in the area where I live there are several charging stations available. So that's perhaps a nice option if you if your battery is low and you quickly need to find a place to charge. So that's something that I wanted to show you. Vehicle options. So we have to wait a few seconds. Basically there are two major options you can choose, exterior or interior. It's now on exterior, and if you go like this you can see all the different options that you can choose. This is a nice one, beam range. I guess they will put the lights a bit more up or down if you want to look further or more nearby. So that's actually quite nice. I think I'll just leave it there. Okay, let's just see. Tires, comfort light. Okay, so you can choose how many seconds the light will remain on after you've parked the car. That's nice. Mirrors, fold in when locking. That's what I chose. Wipe automatically in rain. I guess that's for the wipers for the front windscreen. Okay. Then let's see. Now you can see it doesn't work. Ah, it works. Brakes. Oh, okay, this is nice. This is the auto hold option that I have always on. It works really nice when you are standing still in front of a traffic light or on a bridge or something. So the car doesn't roll forward or backward. It's really easy, and that's a very good option. So I'm very pleased with that. Let's see. Central locking, window. I'll just go a bit faster. And of course there are the interior options. This is a nice graphic. Okay, cockpit. Let's just see what it does. I have no idea what this is. Driving data. Oh, I guess that's the amount of kilometers or the mileage that you've done, and it will reset the clock. Okay, that's nice. Interior lighting. The amount of light that the lights give. Bright or dark. Okay, as you can see it's way too bright, but so I choose the dark option. I like that one better. Okay, ID light, brightness, basic functions, voice control. Okay. So, oh, I was here in interior. I guess these are the only options in interior. Okay, so that was a vehicle. App Connect. It's possible to use Apple CarPlay. it actually connects to my iPhone, so that's nice. I have to figure out how it works and what the advantages are, so I cannot really show you, but it is an option, and if you know how it works, I'll perhaps in another video I will show more about that. Sound options. This is funny because it says the sound options will be made available again soon. I've watched this one before. You can choose where you want the sound to be. These are the rear seats, these are the front seats, and of course normally the sound is centered here at the height of your ears in the front. So don't know why the sound options are not available at the moment, but background. Okay, so this is the menu where you can choose the ambient lighting, and as you've probably noticed in earlier videos, I've chosen the orange infinity option, but there are of course other options. You can choose green, all sorts of colors. You can individualize it. You can turn it off, of course, but I like this one best so far. So, and you can choose the brightness as well. But you can play with these options, and in individual mode there are endless colors available and options that you can play with. I guess it's just a thing that you just set to your personal preferences, and then you never touch it again. That's my guess. Okay, help. Okay, so these are a few options where it probably explains how to do things, how to touch the slider. These are the sliders for the volume. So if I touch it like this, then the phone volume goes up and down. You can use it by putting your finger here and sliding left or right. It also works with the radio. It also works with the inside temperature on both sides, so that's nice. Okay, so that's the help function. AC, so I normally put it on 21 degrees, but you can preheat the car if you want. There are some options. If the car's charging, you can preheat the car if you want to, and of course you can use this menu to select the dates and the time and the temperatures you want to have. And it also shows an option automatic window heating, which I guess is comes in handy in the winter time when the windows are frozen. So that's nice. And in the app, the Volkswagen ID app, the WeConnect ID app, these options are basically available too, and will be more available in the future. So that's nice. Okay, so when we go down, settings, you can use the car in offline mode if you want to. Car to X communication. Exchanges information with other vehicles. I think this is probably something for the future. Don't know what that is. I have to look into that. Screen. Touchscreen tone of the infotainment system. So I don't use any tone at the moment. But there are several options that you can use. Hand gesture, that's the option that I showed you earlier, when you can go from left to right. Okay, those are just a few options that you can play with and just see what it does. Driver assist. Okay, yeah, these are options that some find very handy and some find very annoying. So there's the distance to the car in the front of you. I chose medium, so it just gives a warning when you're too close to the car that's driving in front of you. So you can choose very safe or less safe and closer to the car in front of you. Let's see. So that's that. Front assist, emergency braking. So if you are driving close to an object, then it can give a warning and it can actively brake the car to avoid a collision, of course. Another option is driver alert system. If you are, I guess this is the option when it gives you a warning when you're probably tired and you need to go rest. And it has an option to recognize traffic signs, and I put the speed. Oh, it's the speed warning. Okay, so I've put it on. If I'm driving too fast, I've put it on 10 kilometers per hour too fast, because it's really annoying. It gives, every time you drive just a little too fast, if you choose this option, and every time you drive just a little too fast, you get a warning on the screen on top of the steering wheel. So I've just put this one on, and perhaps I will turn it off completely, because it can be quite annoying. So I've just now, it shows on the display in front of on top of the steering wheel. It gives a sound and it shows that you're driving too fast, but I think it's really annoying. But anyway, it could save you some speeding tickets, so that might come in handy. I'll leave that up to you. And there's the lane departure warning. It actually gives a signal when you're too close to the white lines on the road, and it actually, the active option is that it actually steers the car back into the center if you are driving too much to the left or to the right. So it could save your life perhaps at one stage, but in everyday driving it can be quite annoying too. It's just constantly involving in your steering. So well, some people find it very annoying, and I'm one of those people. So well, that's that. So if you're on the main menu and you go to the right, then you can see some sort of small menus that we saw earlier: radio menus, vehicle, phone, navigation in smaller screens. So that's perhaps useful. And all the way to the right, you see some basic information about the consumption, which is more or less the average consumption that I have. 19.5, about 20 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. So, and there are some more settings here that we saw earlier. As you can see, I put the language option on English earlier, so that most of you can follow what I'm saying and what I'm choosing. Okay, Wi-Fi. Okay, voice control. We've touched this earlier. So these are basically more or less most of the options that you can find on the display. There are some more here down below. So I'll just press mode, and as you can see, these are the driving modes that you can choose, and I chose sport because I like that one the most. Ooh. And but I will try to use eco or comfort in another video, just to see if that will save some significant consumption. Assist, oh, so that's a quick one that you can find in the main menu as well. Klima, these are the options that you can have for all the air conditioning. Warm your feet, warm your hands, cool my feet, rapid heating, rapid cooling, defog the windows, so that's nice. Seat heating, left and right. It's not working. Oh, let's see. I don't know. I'm just pressing this one over and over again, and I just don't know why it doesn't do anything. Oh, I think because there's no one on the passenger seat at the moment, so it probably senses that there is no passenger. And I'm now actually feeling my seat heating up, so this works really quickly. So I'll turn it off because it's not too cold at the moment. Anyway, these are all the different options that you find, and you can just set it to your personal preference. Most of the time I put the AC off because it's not necessary. But well, I don't have to explain these in any other car. These are the same. Steering wheel heating. You can choose very hot, less hot, and a little hot. I have to try that when it's really, really cold outside and just see if that's comfortable. But I've heard some good stories already. Air care. I have no idea what this is. Okay, that's nice. At least the graphic is very nice. It does something. Please put it in the comments if you know what this is, because to be honest, I have no idea. It's probably some option to automatically optimize the climate inside the car. I don't know. The graphics look nice, but I have no idea what this does, so explain it to me if you know what it is. Okay guys, these are more or less the options that you find in the display. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.